Hey, Donald Miller here, Donald Miller's Electrical Services. I want to put to rest the questions on if knob and tube is safe or if it should be rewired. In theory, on paper, it looks like a good system. And in the 1920s, that's what we had going for us. We really didn't have a code book. A vocational teacher is the person that put together the original code book, okay? And that was to keep everyone on the same page on what to do, what not to do. Over the years, these are what's in our light fixture boxes. That's your black conductor. Here's your white conductor. All right, now if the system was 100% clean and safe, that cloth, that's pretty nice. Like most of the time this cloth is gone. It's dry rotted and cracked out. This one, it did already dry rot, and that's why there's electrical tape on it. And this is what we're finding more and more as we rewire knob and tubes, is that the inside jacket of the cloth, it's actually like a composite. It's not rubber, it's hard to describe, but it dry rots out and flakes apart. And then the cloth loses its moisture and disintegrates. It just falls apart in your hands. This isn't safe. I don't care what they're teaching. I don't care what people say. My opinion is based on my experience. It's based on what I'm rewiring for over 10 years now. And it's this kind of stuff that scares me. Electrical tape will not save you here. That tape is actually melting, and that's what happens. Electrical tape is going to melt, it's going to get sticky, and it's going to fall apart. Eventually, it'll dry out, okay, and then it'll crack and fall off too. So it's not even something that can last longer. Shrink tubing, I've used it in dire circumstances where the homeowner couldn't afford to rewire the house at the present time. We shrink tube it, and then we tell them to budget it out for a year or two, and then we come in and we rewire it. So I just wanted to leave these two pieces out as what we're finding day to day. This is the dining room, and this, even though the house was built in the 30s, there's still cloth conductors. It's not actually a single conductor knob and tube. It's a cloth non-metallic sheathed conductor. Both of them are cloth inside of it. There's no ground. And this is rare to see a house in the 30s having 2.5-inch by 10-inch boards. Usually by the 30s, they've cut them down. They've cut them down to 1.5 inch ceiling joists. And that's probably through technology and everything that happened with the Great Recession. They started trying to figure out ways to cut corners. There's no lath in the house. This is like a plaster board. All right, so there's your board and then a skim coat on top. So it's still pretty heavy. You're getting into the metal lath as we come across here, and you're getting closer to the edge. So they did use some metal lath here. So again, I believe metal lath was invented in 1925. And that was to prevent the spread of fires. In the early 1920s, there was a lot of electrical fires, and the houses were going up too quickly. So what they did was they invented metal lath, and metal lath gave the homeowner an extra 5 minutes to get out of the home. You can find this information, I believe, on Bureau of Labor and Statistics from 1920 to 1930. And it goes into detail about some of the stuff they did. Donald Miller, specializing in knob and tube remediation. Take care, have a good one, bye-bye.